Going on, y'all? I mean, so some people probably wondering, like, yo, like trucking, like, what is you talking about, trucking chubby? Like, what are you talking about, you know, if you're married and you use the word simp or you calling a man a simp, that their wife probably got a side dude. Yeah, she probably got a side dude. Because what's understood ain't gotta be explained, fellas. Um, if you don't gotta be, in my eyes, this is just me, in my opinion, you don't have to be a super, spiritual, converted to a religion type of person, as long as you're living right. You know, and I mean, like, you just living right, the 10 commandments, right? Let's just say that, and you just keep those rules in your life, and but you're not, you're not a Muslim, you're not a Buddhist, you're not a Christian, a Baptist, a Israelite, a Jew, Jewish, or, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not, y'all understand what I'm saying now. And you're living by those rules, and you're just, you're a good person, y'all good vibes, and y'all doing everything y'all need to do for each other, or however it goes. Your wife is going to naturally submit to you as a man. And in my eyes, as a man, but from my experience, I'm speaking on experience. I'm not speaking from something that I don't know and I don't understand. In my experience of being married, there's levels to where, our women want us to go. And your woman is only going to want you to always continue to get better and to add something to your arsenal if they love you. You know what I'm saying? If your woman is just content with the way that you are, no matter, you could be the richest person on earth, be able to grab her whatever she want to grab or whatever she wants to have. Money don't mean everything. The only happiness that money buys when you're getting bailed out of jail. Other than that, you know, it really don't mean too much, especially to the right woman that's in your life. And I mean by, you probably ain't giving her enough satisfaction, intimacy. You probably got to step up there. You probably got to step up by vacuuming the house every once in a while, doing the dishes every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Fixing the step on the back porch, or fixing the, you know what I mean? Just little things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be anything that they want you to, and it turns them on, the oddest things. The longer you with a woman, the oddest things turn them on, and from my experience, and I'm speaking on experience. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm just telling y'all from my experience, and learning the different levels in the way that my wife matured throughout the years. That's what I'm speaking on. The oddest things turn her on, you know what I'm saying? Things that you won't even expect will turn your woman on to you. So being able to add and have everything in your arsenal, including being a hell of a provider, because you ain't got to be rich, you just got to be able to provide and go get what you need to get done. You dig? They're not, and that's all I really meant by that. And if you're still using that word simp as a married man, there's a problem there. That's a problem. And yes, you probably got a side dude. Because, in my eyes, it's like a woman versus a man thing, right? And are you a simp if you hold a door open for a woman? Or I don't know. I don't know how this goes. Are you a simp because you may agree with the old girl's take on the speak, not all of it, but some of it, because when it came up, and she was like, that we don't do whole segments on men taunting. I think she should have said we don't do segments on men taunting and college athletes taunting, but it's been done before. Johnny Manziel, there's been a lot of college athletes that has been criticized. But however, when taunting in sports is taunting in sports, bruh. Like, when did we stop doing that? And why is it a problem? Like, why is that a problem? Like, and this is what I'm talking about, and this is what I meant the other day by saying things like, you know what I'm saying, what I said on my cut up movement, because we have this attitude, and this is exactly how our children act. This is exactly how our younger siblings act, the ones that look up to us, our children and everything. The way we act is the way that our children act, bro. That's why, because if we could sit there and take little things out of what somebody says and use it against them, your child is going to do that to you tenfold, period. And the more you let your kid get away from that, because you don't want to discipline your child, because it's wrong to discipline children in the eyes of the state. And I bet you the same person that made the rule about disciplining your child being wrong got disciplined as a child, but probably was overboard. However, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason. That's what's wrong. You can't blame children and your younger siblings and whatever else for the attitudes and the way that they go about things, because you have that attitude, and that's why they have that attitude, because they looked up to us at some point. We're the problem. Period. And I don't believe that college athletes is exempt from being talked about. You know what I'm saying? You got people who want to call them kids, and then you got people who, you know what I'm saying, want to say certain things. Like, let me get this correct, and let me get this straight. You can have a 16, 15-year-old rock star. I don't care what they're in, pop, rock, R&B, hip hop, country, whatever. I don't care. There are musicians at 15, 16 years old, and because there's grown women who like them and think they're cute and whatever else is going on, or whatever, they got millions of dollars. If they did something in the media is going to attack them, and they're not going to say, oh, they're kids and this and that. They're going to use pop star, R&B star, or hip hop artists. That's what they're going to say. And they get to talking like at these young men and young women like they're already adults. Like, we gotta, like, that's another thing. That's that same attitude. That's that cake and eat it too type of attitude. Oh, we can't. Well they did this crime, so now they got adults. Like, but they're adults. They're in college. They're young adults. They're young men and young women. They're not kids. They're somebody's child. Yes, that's somebody's baby, but it's not your baby. It's not your child. It's not your kid. You know what I'm saying? And we get that, but athletes, sports are meant to be critiqued. That's the beauty of sports. When we watching sports on TV, oh man, he's butt, man, he missed that tackle, man, he's weak, man, he's garbage. Oh, this and that, man, he can't throw that's the things we do when we watching the games. Like, but when you get out on the platform now, you can't do that because it's looked at as negative or something up weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then people out there say they want people to be real and they want people to be authentic and so forth and so on. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, it's the weird attitudes and the weird things we do and the way we place is why the generations underneath us had that same attitude. Then the ones who looked up to the generation underneath us, they, you know what I'm saying, they have attitudes, and it's why you got kids that's 10, 9, 8 years old talking back to their mom and dad in the store like it's crazy. And I done seen it. Y'all can't even control your own children. Cause the leash that y'all gave them and the way that we going on with this, it's crazy. Children love structure. Children, that's what makes a child feel safe in an environment. Structure, rules, discipline. You didn't feel safe somewhere as a child if you knew you could just get away with everything. And if you did, then that's why your lifestyle was a certain way. But that's what makes a child feel safe. Rules and structure, discipline. And we take that away. And I'm saying all this, and it sounds like, and I know it seems as if I'm jumping around, because it all goes back to us with our ways that we do are cake and eat it too type of attitudes. Like, these attitudes where we have these double standards to everything that goes on. And if somebody says something that we don't agree with, they're wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. I don't care what they're saying. I feel like this. I feel like that. And then we're worshiping people as idols and like they're gods. Like, there's people literally out here that don't pray. There's people out here that don't take that time to just meditate or whatever. And they really look at other people as if they are idols in this world, like there's something to be beholded and looked upon. That is a human person that bleeds the same color that you bleed, that is vulnerable in the same ways that you are vulnerable. I don't care how tough a person act. I don't care how much a person may act like they're praying. I don't care how much a person may act like they're meditating. I don't care how much a person seem like they good. They got flaws just like the next person does. And they got feelings just as the next person does. Period. And it's just unfortunate that we roll like this. It's just unfortunate. It really is. It's just unfortunate. But it will never stop. And therefore the fact that it will never stop, Truck and Chubby will never stop making videos as such. I always will be coming and reminding us every time that we have double standards, and we're working on that here on the fans' point of view. We're working on that. We are working on a place where the double standard is eliminated, where each and every person who tunes in and wants to become a part of the conversation can do so and leave with another perspective from another fan on a subject that they may not agree with, and also gain knowledge from another perspective and leave with that. Because we're always going to be right in our own mind with what we believe, right? Now, can you open your mind up enough to say, okay, I can look at the situation like this also? That's what I'm trying to do here on a fan's point of view. That's another reason and another way that I'm trying to do things here. Yeah, I say that. That's another thing I'm trying to do. And but look, man, I'm done with my little rant right now. Make sure that y'all tuning in on Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 5:30 p.m. on the Central, 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 3:30 p.m. if you're on the Pacific. Tune in, man. YouTube channel. Make sure that y'all add all the gang. Shout out to everybody in the gang out there. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. And yeah, man. Let's just, it starts with us. All right. Have a good one.